जोया पर हनुमान चालीसा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि छेरा, खींचे दास हृदय महाडेरा। ओ जय जय कपीसा, जय जय कपीसा, जय जय कपीसा हनुमंता। जय जय कपीसा, जय जय कपीसा, जय जय कपीसा हनुमंता। ओ हनुमंता, हनुमंता, ओ हनुमंत, ओ हनुमंता। हरणम मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप।
अरे बोले बजरंग बली की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तो सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तो सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तो सिया राम। उसकी शोभा है विष्णु में, उसकी शोभा है मोहन सी। उसकी शोभा है विष्णु में, उसकी शोभा है मोहन सी। तुलसी ने जब शीश झुकाया, धनुष बनी राधा की बंसी। राम ही मैया राम की जाने, घर घर में श्री राम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तो सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तो सिया राम।
ॐ श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ श्री उमामहेश्वराभ्यां नमः। वाल्मीकि गुरुदेव के पद पंकज सिरना, सुमिरे सरस्वती हम पर हो सहाय। मात पिता की वंदना करते बारंबार, गुरुजन राजा प्रजाजन नमन करो स्वीकार। हम कथा सुनाते राम सकल गुण धाम की। हम कथा सुनाते राम सकल गुण धाम की। ये रामायण है पुण्य कथा श्री राम की। ये रामायण है पुण्य कथा श्री राम की। जम्बूद्वीपे भरत खंडे, आर्यावर्ते भारत वर्ष, एक नगरी है विख्यात अयोध्या नाम की। यही जन्म भूमि है परम पूज्य श्री राम की। हम कथा सुनाते राम सकल गुण धाम की। ये रामायण है पुण्य कथा श्री राम की। ये रामायण है पुण्य कथा श्री राम की। रघुकुल के राजा धर्मात्मा, चक्रवर्ती दशरथ पुण्यात्मा, संतति हेतु यज्ञ करवाया, धर्म यज्ञ का शुभ फल पाया। नृप घर जन्मे 4 कुमारा, रघुकुल दीप जगत आधारा। चारों भ्रातों के शुभ नामा, भरत शत्रुघ्न लक्ष्मण रामा। हम कथा सुनाते राम सकल गुण धाम की, हम कथा सुनाते राम सकल गुण धाम की। ये रामायण है पुण्य कथा श्री राम 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 की।
Revered Senior Pandit, Guru and Acharya, Pandit Abhidanand Prasad Sharma, Spiritual Leader of the Ramjit and Basu Prasad Hindu Temple, Pandit Veda Prasad, specially invited guests, third members joining us on the Ramjit and Basu Prasad Hindu Temple Facebook page and the YouTube link, brothers and sisters, devotees, Sitaram. It is indeed my honor to welcome each and every one of you tonight to our Hanuman Jayanti celebrations. As a country, we are indeed fortunate as our Christian brothers and sisters are celebrating Easter. Our Muslim brothers and sisters are celebrating the holy month of Ramadan. As a community, Hindus have just completed the Navratri period, and now, tonight, we are celebrating the glorious night, or more aptly, the birth of Hanumanji. But tonight is dually important as we also recognize the 2-year death anniversary of the patriarch of this family, the benefactor of this beautiful ashram, and a man who supported Hindu Dharma through every means available to him, and then some. So tonight, as we celebrate the memory of the late, great Harinarayan Hari Prasad, I ask that each and every one of you enjoy the message that will be delivered through this satsang tonight. And to close my remarks, I now hand you over to a man that needs no introduction, not just in the Hindu community, a man who is a household name in Trinidad and Tobago and as far as the Hindu diaspora goes. A senior pundit, a guru, an acharya, and also a renowned vocalist. Ladies and gentlemen, I hand you over to none other than Pandit Abhidanand Prasad Sharma. Start.
प्रिंस बोले सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। आप लोग खड़ा हो जाइए, please stand as we join on this very auspicious and very wonderful night of satsang, on this auspicious occasion of Shri Hanuman Jayanti. Visualizing the beautiful form of our Lord God in our own humble way, we pray that may the power and grace and blessings of the Lord forever be with us in every aspect of our lives. Om Gajananam Bhutaganaadi Sevitam Kapit Jambho Balsaru Bhakshitam उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सरस्वतीरूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री अनुभवानंदाय नमः, ओम श्री चिन्मयानंदाय नमः, ओम श्री गुरुदत्ताय नमः, ओम श्री सत्यसाईश्वराय नमः, ओम तपोवनाय नमः। Salutations to the most compassionate and merciful Lord this night. We bow to you with faith and with love. And as we chant your name and glorify you, O Mahavir, He Sankat Mochan, may you accept our love. And wherever the Atma, the soul of the beloved Father of this home and this family is, Shri Hari Prasad Ji, may this light of yours shine with him. May your light, Prabhu, bring peace to his soul. And may the dust of your feet, O Hanuman Swami. Shine the mirror of his heart wherever he is and wherever he will be. But there is one wish in our hearts tonight, O Hanumanji. Wherever his soul is, may you always be with him. And because of his vision, your beloved manifestation flies around the globe. And may you always be in our hearts, now and for always. आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। गिरिवर कापे, रोग दोष जाके निकट न जाके। अंजनी पुत्र महाबलदाई, संतन के प्रभु सदा सहाय। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। लंका जारी सिया सुदिलाए, लंका सुकोत समुद्र सिकाए। जात पवन सुत बार नवाए। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। सवारे लक्ष्मण मूर्छित परे सखारे। लाय संजीवन प्राण उबारे। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। पताल तोरी चमकारे, रावण की भुजा उखारे। आए भुजा असुर दल मारे, दाहिनी भुजा संत जन तारे। आरती जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। नर मुनि आरती उतारे, जय 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 हनुमान उचारे। कंचन तार कपूर लौचाए, आरती करत अंजना माए। आरती जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। जी की आरती गावे, बस वैकुंठ परम पद पावे। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। आरती जय हनुमान कला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ करागी। Soft and sacred light before you. Prabhu, may this light shine in our hearts, in our homes, in our communities, and in our nation. O Hanuman Ji, as Sri Ram have blessed you that you will always remain upon this earth to give strength to those who are weak, to give bhakti and devotion to those who serve the Lord. O Hanuman Swami, may you accept our devotion tonight. Wherever the name of Sri Ram is chanted, you always will make your presence. May you please be with us tonight and always. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Sita Ram, 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 Sita Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai 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 Ram. वीरा हनुमाना अति बलवाना राम नाम रसिया रे। वीरा हनुमाना अति बलवाना राम नाम रसिया रे। ओ प्रभु मन बसिया रे। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान। वीरा हनुमाना अति बलवान राम नाम रसिया रे। हे वीरा हनुमाना अति बलवान राम नाम रसिया रे। ओ प्रभु मन बसिया रे। ओ प्रभु मन बसिया रे। ओ प्रभु मन बसिया रे। बोलिए पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। आप लोग आसन लीजिए, प्लीज बी सीटेड। It's with great pleasure, my friends, on behalf of Shri Pandit Veda and his beloved brother Vivi, their mom Prabhat Devi, and of course their beloved sister and brother-in-law and nephew, we take this opportunity to say a very warm and special welcome to each and every one of you who have come to join with us tonight on this very auspicious occasion of Shri Hanuman Jayanti. As we all know, it's a very auspicious occasion on the Hindu calendar, and it comes just after Sri Ram Navami, indicating that just after Sri Ram incarnated upon the face of this earth, Hanumanji decided that he wants to be upon this earth, and that's of course Bhagwan Shiva in his 11th Rudra avatar decided that he will come down on the earth in the form of Hanuman Swami. And as we recall that Sri Ram came as Manushya avatar, and Bhagwan Shiva thought that if I have to come down upon this earth, I cannot come also in Manushya, I must come as Vanar. So Nar is man and Vanar is that of a monkey. So Hanumanji, my friends, which is the 11th Rudra avatar of Bhagwan Shiva, came in the form of this monkey to serve Maryada Purushottam Bhagwan Sri Ramchandraji. In other words, the very incarnation of Hanuman Swami is for Seva Bhav or service. And tonight, our discourse will be taken from the Hanuman Chalisa as well as maybe a chaupai or two from the Ramcharitamanas as we highlight the glories of Hanuman Swami, and we can see or will see how we can apply the teachings of Hanumanji in our personal and practical lives. And so we welcome each and every one of you, of course on behalf of this devotees of this mandir and on behalf of Pandit Veda and the Hari Prasad family. As mentioned earlier by Nigel, the 2-year anniversary is also approaching. On the 17th of this month, we'll make it 2 years since a very wonderful person, a very wonderful soul left this world. And tonight also we dedicate our prayer and of course Hanuman Chalisa, etc. to Sri Hari Prasad Ji, that wherever his Atma is, may the grace and blessing of Hanuman Swami be with him. As we know that he was very, very much instrumental and in fact the mastermind of the consecration of Hanuman Swami flying across several parts of the country. This at Tajru temple was the first one that we consecrated. This compound was the second one, and the 9th of this month will make it how many years? 12 years. I'm sorry? On the 12th, make it 9 years since we consecrated this particular flying Hanuman Swami. Then there is one on the compound of radio and TV Jagriti. That was the third one. And the fourth one is at number 5 in Barakpur. And the fifth one, he's waiting to go somewhere. We have to find a place for him. But he will decide. My friends, once again we welcome each and every one of you to all on social media, on Jivan Tattva with Pandita Bedanan, and of course those who are streaming live on YouTube. We welcome you to this Ramjit and Basu Hindu Mandir. Friends, tonight we want to invite you now to close your eyes, sit back, relax. Let's all turn our thoughts to the beautiful form of Mahavir Swami, Sankat Mochan. His name itself suggests that he frees us, he liberates us from Sankat. Sankat means difficulties. Sankat means troubles, problems of different nature. There was a time when Tulsidas Ji himself was very ill. The physicians of that time tried prescribing medication, but nothing was helping. For the complaint of Tulsidas Ji could not be diagnosed by the physicians. He decided that he would observe a fast. He would observe devotion. He would make a spiritual sacrifice. And so he contemplated upon Mahavir Pavan Putra Hanuman Swami, and he started composing the Shri Hanuman Chalisa, the 40 verses dedicated to Hanuman Swami, glorifying and praising him. And at the end of the composition, the physical complaint or the medical complaint that Tulsidas Ji had, it all disappeared. The miracle of the grace of Hanumanji flowing through the verses of the Hanuman Chalisa healed him. And friends, till today, every verse of the Hanuman Chalisa is like a Siddha mantra. When we chant with faith, when we chant with love, when we chant with bhakti and with devotion, when we chant selflessly, when we chant, not because we want to chant, but because the chanting is happening within us, the miracle and the grace of Hanumanji would always manifest in our lives. My dear brothers and sisters, this world is made up of happiness and sorrow. This world is made up of gain and loss. This world is made up of positive and negative. Tonight we pray that may our health be blessed and may we all be healthy and strong. We pray that, O Hanumanji, may we all be on the positive side of our thoughts, words and actions. We pray for those who are not well tonight and for those who are begging for a chance to heal. Hey Mahavir, hey Sankat Mochan, there are so many who might be going through family problems. Please extend your grace and your blessing, O Mahavir. For those who are having family issues, bless them with the wisdom and the knowledge to reason, to make right judgment, and not become the victim of their own emotions. Hey Mahavir, may you bless the community of St. Helena and Piaco. May you bless the community of our beautiful nation, Trinidad and Tobago. May you protect us from evil and the negative forces. May you protect us, O Hanumanji, in the daytime and in the nighttime. May you protect us in the waking state of consciousness and in the dream state of consciousness and even in the deep sleep state of consciousness. May you protect us, Lord, while traveling by air, by water, or even on the roadways of our nation, that we can reach our destination safely. May you bless those and protect those who are having financial issues. Hey Mahavir, let your blessing and grace flow to such heart and such families and such individuals. For those who are experiencing conflict or sankat in any way, hey Hanuman, hey Mahavir, दया करो प्रभु, दया करो. गोष्पदीकृतवारीशं मशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायण महामाला रत्नं वन्दे नीलात्मजम्. अंजनानंदनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लंका भयंकरम्. महाव्याकरणाबोधिं अन्तमानसमन्दरं कवयन्तं रामकीर्त्या हनुमन्तम् उपास्महे. उल्लङ्घ्य सिन्धो सलिलं सलीलं यशोकवनिं जनकात्मजायाः आदाय तेनैव ददाहलङ्काम्. नमामि तं प्राञ्जलिराञ्जनेयम्. मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये. श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि. अंजनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमृदालवासिनं भावयामि पवमानन्दनन्दनम्. ॐ यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुति नमत राक्षसान्तकम् मारुति नमत राक्षसान्तकम् श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि वरनौ रघुवर विमल जसु जो दायको फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। We all join together. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपी सत्य हो लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंजित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर शिव दिलाए रघुपति की लीला बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरहि सब भाई बस वदन तुम्हारो जस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा पाल जहाते गोविंद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना राम मिलाए राज पर दीना तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु अवतारी मधुर बलिदानो रघुमुद्रिका मिली मुख माही जल दिलांगी है अचर चनाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुमन अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे पैसारे सब सुखल है तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहो तो करना आपने तेज सम्हारो आप तीनों लोग हागते गावे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे जपत
संकट निरंतर हनुमत वीरा।
संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे,
मन क्रम वचन ज्ञान जो लावे।
सब पद राम तपस्वी राजा,
जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा।
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे,
सोई अमित जीवन पर पावे।
चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा,
है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा।
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे,
असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे।
अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता,
अस भर दीन जानकी माता।
राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा,
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा।
तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे,
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे।
अंतकाल रघुवर जाई,
जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए।
और देवता चित्तन धरहि,
हनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि।
संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा,
जो सुमिरै हनुमत बल बीरा।
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई,
कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई।
जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई,
जो तहि बन्दी महासुख होई।
जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा,
सोई से दिशा की पूर्णिसा।
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा,
की जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा।
की जनात हृदय महादेरा। बजरंगा बलियो बजरंगा बली,
बजरंगा बलियो बजरंगा बली।
बजरंगा बलियो बजरंगा बली,
बजरंगा बलियो बजरंगा बली।
महावीर बली महावीर बली,
महावीर बली महावीर बली।
महावीर बली महावीर बली,
महावीर बली महावीर बली।
महावीर बली महावीर बली।
महावीर बली महावीर बली।
पावन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूरति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। बोलिए पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियावर रामचंद्र की। The Ramcharitamanas was also written by Goswami Tulsidas Ji, and he composed these verses for the benefit of mankind living in the Treta Yuga, and especially in the dark age of Kali Yuga. The repetition of these verses brings positive energy. It brings positivity. It's like a magnet that attracts positivity into our lives. And so, by chanting, whether it's the Ramcharitamanas, the Sundarkand, this morning we chanted the Sundarkand at the Dattatreya Yoga Center at the feet of the 85 feet tall Hanuman Swami, Karya Siddhi Hanumanji. We chanted the entire Sundarkand. Again, to create that positive energy, not only for ourselves, but for our country and by extension the world. My dear brothers and sisters, when verses like these are chanted, it protects the body, it protects the mind, it protects the intellect, it protects the Atma, the soul. And so, tonight I have not chosen a verse of the Hanuman Chalisa because I don't know which verses to choose. So I want to ask you all to choose. There are 40 verses. Just tell me a number between 1 and 40. Anybody decide? How much? 22. I wonder which verses are we. Okay, let's see. Verse number 22 of the Hanuman Chalisa. It says, सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक का को डरना। जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम. So the 22nd verse is also very beautiful. As a matter of fact, all verses are beautiful. But I believe, whether it's the Bhagavad Gita, whether it's the Hanuman Chalisa, when we choose, like out of our minds, certain verses, it's like the Lord speaks to us when we choose like that, I feel that way. So it's like the Lord wants to talk to us tonight through verse number 22. So let us see what He is going to say and what He has for us in this particular verse. Saba. Saba means all. Saba means all. Sukha means, the reason why I'm asking these questions, right? Saying the word and asking the questions is because I want you all to remember the meaning of it. So Saba means all. Sukha means happiness. Saba sukha lahai tumhari sarana. Sarana means, sarana is avadi. So in avadi it is called sarana. In Sanskrit it is called sharana. Like, the bhajan that says, Sharan mein aaye hai hum tumhari, daya karo prabhu, dayalu bhagavan, sharan mein aaye. Sharan. So sharan is Sanskrit. Sarana is avadi. So, Sab sukha lahai tumhari sarana. All happiness in life comes, O Hanumanji, by your grace, by your mercy, by your blessing. And not only that, it is said in the second line, Tuma rakshaka kahu ko darana. O Hanumanji, please take away all fear from my mind. Please take away all anxiety from my mind. Please take away all negativities from my mind. Why? Because when you are there to protect us, what is there to fear? Now look at the level of what you call Shraddha. Look at the level of faith. Tulsidas Ji is writing these verses and is composing these verses. He says that, hey, Hanumanji, once you are in my life, I don't need to be scared of anyone. I don't need to be scared of anything, because with you being there, as it is said, why fear when Bhagwan is here? Now, my friends, I want you all to analyze yourself tonight. I know the scripture is saying, have no fear, because no one can do us anything, and all those type of, positivity. But I want you all to examine yourself tonight and see, do you really have no fear because God is here and God is in your heart and is protecting you? Or do you have a doubt when you say this prayer? That, Lord, I'm saying the prayer, boy, but we live in Trinidad, boy. Isn't it? It's Trinidad, you don't know what is going to happen, and you don't know who watching you and what is happening in people's lives. But I know you're there, And if there is just a little inkling of what you call doubts that comes into the mind, my friends, we can defeat the purpose of our faith. We can defeat the purpose of our prayer. When you have faith and when you have that Shraddha, it is said that I know Sab sukha lahai tumhari sarana, tuma rakshaka kahu ko darana, that all happiness comes in my life by your grace and divine blessings. Then, Tuma rakshaka kahu ko darana, that you are there to protect me, and you are there to protect me physically, you are there to protect me mentally, you are there to protect me intellectually and spiritually, you are there to protect me at home, you are there to protect me at work,
You are there to protect me at my job and protect my job. You are there to protect my finances. You are there to protect my life, Hanumanji. If I am waking, if I am dreaming, if I am in deep sleep, you are there to protect me. Tuma rakshaka kahu ko darana. So this line can be applied into everybody's life and every aspect of their existence. Like, my friends, like every Navratri or every Hanuman Jayanti or every Krishna Janmashtami or things like that, occasions like when I go to puja, I try to choose a topic that I can, have a very powerful message, but based on puja, based on the puja that is happening before us. So I want to share something with you tonight. I'm going to ask a few questions, right? And I want you all to answer me. What do you use? In Hindu puja, you offer clothes, right? You offer clothes in puja to the devatas and devis. So we offer vastra. It is called vastradana. So when offering this clothes, we are saying to the Lord, please accept my humble offering of vastradana and shower your blessing upon myself and my family and my loved ones. And you chant whatever sankalp and mantras is there, right? Now, the question is, I want to ask you, what do you use to cover your body? Duh. You all take so long to say that. What do you use to cover your body? Clothes. Now, question. Is it just any clothes or certain clothes? When you're home, you are in certain clothes, the nice, holy ones. The real old ones when you're at home, and it's fitting so light and nice, and you feel so comfortable. That one, at home, you choose that for home. When you are going out, you want to look the best. So you choose the best, right? And you cover yourself in a decent and respectful way. Why? Because I am using this clothes to cover my body. Now, question. When you wear your clothes, does it get dirty or not? Yeah, it gets dirty. When it gets dirty, what do you do? When you wash it, what do you use? You use laundry detergent, you use fabric softener, and you put the machine on one cycle. A quick wash. See, I am a laundryman, You put the machine on a quick wash, and you give it a cycle, and the machine will do what it has to do. Now, friends, question is, when you take the clothes out of the machine, if you realize it was not washed clean, what do you do? Put a second cycle, isn't it? And you put some more fabric softener, some more laundry detergent, and give it a second cycle or a third cycle. And it all depends, maybe a fourth cycle. It all depends on how bulky the clothes is or what you are washing. Now, my friends, keep this in mind. Once you are wearing your clothes, it's going to get dusty and dirty, and you have to wash it. Question again. Who choose your clothes? Can you say that loudly? You choose your clothes yourself? When your husband not around. Everybody choose your clothes yourself? Okay, keep that in mind. Let us now look at something very important. What covers your mind? If clothes covers your body, what covers your mind? Very good. Thoughts and emotion covers our mind. So clothes covers the body in a decent and respectful way, and thoughts and emotions covers the mind supposedly in a decent way. My dear brothers and sisters, question. If you're using your clothes and it gets dirty, you wash it. If you're using your mind and it gets dirty, what do you do? Huh? I hardly hear you all. Rakesh, can you just give them a mic, please? If you're using clothes and your clothes get dirty, when you're using your mind, if it gets dirty, what do you do? So, Mama? Clean it. How? Get some laundry detergent. You get some mental detergent. You get laundry detergent for the clothes, you get mental detergent for the mind, and you get some fabric softener for the mind. What is the mental detergent to clean the mind? My dear brothers and sisters, the mental detergent is called Shraddha. Faith. You put some faith and you put some faith into your mind, and you pour some for the first cycle and second cycle and third cycle of your washing. You put some fabric softener. The fabric softener to clean the mind would be love, devotion. You pour some into the machine of your mind and you give it a cycle. And what is a cycle? What is the wash cycle? Nam Smaran. You are chanting the Lord's name and you take the Japamala and you... Do you have a Japamala there, Veda? Let's see. You take this Japamala and you do one wash cycle, and you going around one wash cycle. It will take approximately 26 minutes on the G machine to do one cycle. And it will take, my dear brothers and sisters, probably 15 to 20 minutes to do a proper cycle of your cleansing of the mind. Now, when you reach this cycle, observe, pause, stop. This is why there's a Meru. This Meru on the mala tells you to stop. Pause, look at your mind. When you stop, if you realize some dust or some dirt is still there, then japawe, turn the mala around and you continue for the second cycle. Put some more Shraddha, put some more laundry, fabric softener, and you do your second cycle or your third cycle. And this is why, my friends, according to our dharma, according to whatever intensity you want your japa to be and you want your devotion to be, you can intensify it. And in that way, what we are doing, we are cleaning the mind. Friends, sometimes the laundry detergent might be too weak for the amount of dust and dirt might be in the mind. And what do you do then?
Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhari Varnau Raghuvar Vimala Jasu Jodayaku Palchar.
You take the Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raja. You take the dust. You take dust to fight dust. My dear friends, sometimes the dust in the mind is so strong and it would have been stuck on this mind, this mental plate, not only for this life, not only from yesterday or last week or last month, but from many lives coming into this life. And we have to take dust like a sandpaper and shine the mind in order for it to become clean. So we use thoughts and emotions to cover the mind. Friends, I want to ask you something. If you chose your clothes tonight, who chose or who is choosing your thoughts? Who is choosing your thoughts? You yourself? Who chooses your emotions? See, Sabha Sukha Lahai. This Sukha that this verse is talking about is the emotion of happiness. Friends, we must choose to be happy. We must choose to be positive. We must choose to wear the emotion of love in the mind. But remember that we are living in dark times. And friends, sometimes the more good we do and the more goodness we give and the more sweetness we give to others, it is the more we'll be the target of negativities. It is the more that we'll be the target of evil and negative forces. The more we try to wash and the more we try to clean and the more we try to sanitize the inside, my friends, it is the more challenging and more difficult it becomes, because we are living in the Iron Age. We are living in the dark age of Kali Yuga. And therefore, I want to remind everyone that you are responsible for your thoughts. You are responsible for your emotions. I am responsible for mine. And every one, my friends, of us are responsible for cleansing the inside. And this is what the Hanuman Chalisa is about. It's about, it begins with Varanao Raghu Varavalasha Jodaya Kapalachari. So taking the dust of the Guru's feet, Shri Guru Charana Sarojaraja, taking the dust of the Guru's feet, the teachings of the Guru, the teachings of our scriptures, to sanitize and to cleanse ourselves on the inside, my dear friends. So Sab Sukh Lahe Tumhari Sanana, this grace of yours, Hanumanji, all we are asking of you is your grace. And with grace comes mercy. And with mercy comes happiness. Isn't it we all deserve to be happy? Isn't it that we all deserve, my dear friends, to be positive? Isn't it that we all deserve to be elevated inside? So clothes covers the body, thoughts and emotions covers the mind. And friends, you and I are the ones that choose our clothes. We choose our thoughts and emotions. Can I ask you all the next question? May I? What do you use to cover your intellect? What do you use to cover your intellect? Friends, clothes covers the body, emotions and thoughts covers the mind, knowledge covers the intellect. Knowledge covers the intellect. So when it is said here, Tuma rakshaka kahu ko dharana, it means that by your grace we are protected. And friends, the greatest thing to protect us is knowledge. Knowledge alone protects. Where there is ignorance, friends, I tell you something, where there is ignorance, there will always be kuchur. Where there is ignorance, there will always be, we say in local language, backbiting. When there is ignorance, there is always somebody planning some evil against someone else. There are some people in this world, they get joy in seeing others unhappy. Do you know? There are some people in this world, they get happiness by doing something to make somebody unhappy, to break up a family, to make somebody upset. And you see it happening all the time on social media. And you see it happening all the time where attacks are being made on people's lives, people's emotion, and people's very being. My friends, protect your intellect with knowledge. And knowledge means what? We have academic knowledge that protects us in this world, and we have self-knowledge that protects us in this world and out of this world. So when we speak about Tuma rakshaka kahu ko dharana, all this comes to mind, which means that by the grace of God, by the grace of Mahavir, by the grace of Hanuman Swami, we are protecting different layers of our lives, and we are protecting different aspects of our lives. And you see, my friends, you are the one that chooses. And you see, tomorrow morning when you get up, don't choose bad thoughts. Don't even allow the bad thoughts to come. You see, if I am outside there and I am walking on the road and the Sahara dust is blowing. There's plenty of Sahara dust these days. And I can't stop the dust from coming on my clothes. I can't stop the negative of society from affecting my mind or coming into my mind. You see, once we are using our mind, dirt and dirty thoughts will come. Nothing is wrong with that. You see, just like it is normal for the clothes to get dirty with the natural dust, it's the same way it becomes natural for the mind to get dirty. But friends, the question is, when your clothes get dirty, you do not keep it on. When the mind gets dirty, do not entertain it. Do not entertain it. Our problem comes when we entertain the negativity. And when we entertain such negativities, what happens is we, become the victim of our own emotions. We become the victim of our own thoughts. We become the victim of our own being. And this is very detrimental for for our self-growth and self-upliftment. So sab sukh lahai. By the grace of Hanuman Ji, once we keep these three things in a straight line, body, mind and intellect covered properly, with proper clothes, proper thoughts and emotions and knowledge, my friends, we will have the kripa of God in our lives. And this is why it is said,
कृपा मिलेंगे श्री राम जी की, भक्ति करो भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। दया मिलेंगे हनुमान जी की, राम जपो राम जपो राम जपो। कृपा मिलेंगे श्री राम जी की, भक्ति करो भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। दया मिलेंगे हनुमान जी की, राम जपो राम जपो राम जपो। भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। दुष्ट दलन हनुमान है, हनुमान मेरे जय हनुमान जय हनुमान। पतित पावन राम है, श्री राम मेरे जय सिया राम जय सिया राम। मूरत रख सिया राम की, ध्यान धरो ध्यान धरो। भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। दया मिलेंगे श्री राम जी की, भक्ति करो भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। दया मिलेंगे श्री राम जी की, राम जपो राम जपो भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। सकल अमंगल हर लेंगे हनुमान मेरे जय हनुमान जय हनुमान। तन मन पावन कर देंगे श्री राम मेरे जय सिया राम जय सिया राम। शीश झुका कर चरणों में प्रणाम करो प्रणाम करो प्रणाम करो। भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। कृपा मिलेंगे श्री राम जी की, भक्ति करो भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। दया मिलेंगे हनुमान जी की, राम जपो राम जपो राम जपो। शंकर स्वयं केसरी नंदन जय हनुमान जय हनुमान। विष्णु रूप भगवान है मेरे श्री राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम। विष्णु महेश की लीला का गुणगान करो गान करो गान करो। भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। कृपा मिलेगी श्री राम जी की, भक्ति करो भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। दया
राम से बड़ा भक्ति की राम, जय हनुमान जय हनुमान। जो नित राम की महिमा गावे, जय सिया राम जय सिया राम। अर्पित प्रभु पूजन में जीवन, प्रणाम करो प्राण करो प्राण करो। भक्ति करो भक्ति करो, कृपा मिलने श्री राम जी की। भक्ति करो भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। दया मिलेंगे हनुमान जी की। राम जपो राम जपो राम जपो। भक्ति करो भक्ति करो, राम जपो राम जपो। भक्ति करो भक्ति करो, राम जपो राम जपो। भक्ति करो भक्ति करो। In this bhajan, two words are important. Ram japo, Ram japo. That means chant the Lord's name. Continuously chant the Lord's name. And bhakti karo, bhakti karo. Do it with bhakti. Just remember those two things from this bhajan. And in that way, my friends, what will happen is, Sab sukh lahe tumhari sarana, tum rakshak kahu ko darana. Then the 23rd verse goes on to say, आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाथ ते कापे। जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, only you alone, O Hanuman. Apana tej. The word teja means your spiritual powers. Only you alone are capable of controlling your powers. And you know, friends, Hanumanji had lots of powers. He had Ashta Siddhi and he had Navanidhi ke Data. Ashta Siddhi meaning that he had the power to become smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest, faster than the fastest. He could have, my friends, assume anything that he wanted to assume and had all the powers to do so. He could have become lighter than the lightest, heavier than the heaviest, Lagima, Garima, Prapti, etc., etc. So Hanumanji had all these powers and he was able of controlling those powers. And friends, what does this mean for us? I want to ask you something tonight. And that is, every one of us, we have powers. Brothers and sisters, every one of us have abilities. Every one of us has a blessing of some nature in some way or the other. And the question is, can we control the power that we are blessed with? Can we control our, take for example, just this one example. Can we control our ego? That's one thing. Can we control our ego? Can we control our words? Meaning that we don't just, yap our way out. Yapping, 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 just talking because we have a mouth. It is said, they say smart people don't really talk much. But people who are not smart, always talking. Smart people remain silent and they listen more. They listen more and speak less. Intelligent people listen more and speak less. And intelligent people speak when they have to. So, apana tej samharo ape, tino loka hakate kape. Friends, Hanumanji was able to control his powers. And I want to ask you all tonight, if you have powers, not if, but you all have powers, are we able to control the powers and the abilities and the blessing that we have? You see, when we hear about Lagima and Prapti and Ishitwa and all those things to become bigger and the biggest and faster and the fastest and heavier and the heaviest, and Hanumanji could have changed his size, etc., and become Masaka Samana Rupa Kapidhari, the size of a mosquito. And he could have done all those things. And you and I think we can't do those things. Can you all do those things? Can we? Can you become smaller than a mosquito? No? Can you become smaller than a mosquito? Feel so. You think so. Physically? No. Mentally? Yes. You know, we go in a little corner, we sit down quiet. That's being small. And sometimes we have to stand up. We have to fight. Meaning that we have to stand up and become big. When situations arises in our lives, we have to be strong. That's why in the Hanuman Chalisa itself it says, Bhima Rupa Dhari Asura Sanghari Ramachandra ke Kaj Savari. Bhima Rupa Dhari Asura Sanghari Ramachandra ke Kaj Savari. Bhima Rupa Dhari Asura. Then one line says, Sukshma Rupa Dhari Siyahi Dikava Vikata Rupa Dhari Lanka Jarawa. Bhima Rupa Dhari Asura Sanghari Ramachandra ke Kaj Savari. He knows when to become small and he knows when to become big. Friends, this means that he is able to control his powers. Friends, control your eyes, control your ears. These are powers that we have. There are people who have eyes tonight and they can't see. There are people who have ears and they can't hear. There are people who have nostrils and they can't smell. They are breathing but they can't smell. And we thought that that was impossible until COVID came, isn't it? Until COVID came and attacked us and we realized that when we lose our smell and we lose the taste, and we hey, I didn't know that could ever happen. There are some people tonight who, my friends, their skin is affected by something and they can't feel. They can't feel outside, but they are feeling everything on the inside. These are blessings and powers that we have. Use it wisely. Brothers and sisters, there are some people, they have hands, and instead of lifting their hands to bless, they lift their hands to hit. Use your hands to bless. Use your hands to do seva. Use this blessing of yours to do, because my friends, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid, a time comes in somebody's life when they cannot even lift their own hands. They can't move their own legs. Their stomach is hungry but they can't eat or can't digest properly. Use these blessings. And when the scriptures, you see, when the scriptures speak, we think it's some kind of a blessing and powers that we can't imagine. But use the little blessings and powers you have wisely. Recognize it. Recognize your powers, my friends. Recognize your abilities. Some people at the workplaces, you know, they know something. They know somebody is struggling to do that something. They know that they can help that person. But because of their ego, they refuse to help. See, you have the power, you have the blessing, but you refuse to do it. You know, they say, when you have a talent and you have a blessing and you don't share it, you just lose it. You all heard that before? When you have a talent and you have a blessing and you don't share it, you lose it. And then you see sometimes some children are born in this world, and from very young, very tender age, 3 years, 4 years, they chanting mantras, they're playing musical instruments, and they're doing all those things, which means they came back into this world from their last life to continue what they accustomed giving and doing. Friends, use your powers wisely. Use your blessing wisely. Use what you have and cherish what you have. Do not take what you have for granted, friends. This is why Tulsidashi says here, Apana teja samharu apai. Then, Tino lo kaha kate kapai. Tino lo kaha kate kapai means that when you, oh Hanumanji, when you use your powers wisely and you are able to control your powers, you are then able to bless the 3 worlds. You bless the 3 worlds with your blessing, O Hanuman Baba. You bless the three worlds. And you see, if I were to ask anybody, excuse me, what the three worlds are, we will say heaven, earth, and the nether region. Naturally, that's what the three worlds mean. But where is heaven? Everyone will say, up there. Where is earth? We are on earth. Where is hell? Or the nether region? Down there. When you die, where you want to go? Everybody says, I want to go up there. Suppose hell up there. And it's the reverse. तीनों लोग कहाँ कते कापे. All the three worlds tremble, O Hanuman, when you roar. When you lift your voice, the three worlds tremble. O Mahavir, please lift your voice and remove the evil and negative forces of our lives. May we be healed of negativities, O Mahavir. May we be healed of evil. May we be healed of those who have evil intention towards us, O Mahavir, O Sankat Mochan. May your blessing be upon all your devotees tonight who are present here and those who are listening on social media. O Mahavir, O Sankat Mochan, Tino Loka Hakate Kape. May your voice echo in the three worlds. May your voice echo in the heavens, on the earth, and in the other region. May all evil be destroyed, O Mahavir. We have faith in the power of your name tonight. We have faith in your healing. We have faith in your blessing. We have faith in your grace, O Mahavir, O Sankat Mochan, O Hanuman. We bow to you. We bow to you and we seek your grace and guidance again and again. And we thank you for this moment in prayer. We thank you for this moment in satsang. We thank you for those who are happy tonight. And we ask that may you bless those who are not happy, Hanuman. Please, let your voice, let your grace, let your mercy echo in the three worlds, in our body, mind, and intellect. May that vibration of the power of your name be the protective force that protects our lives every day. Jai Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, 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 Ram Lakshman Janki, Ram Lakshman Janki, Jai Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Jai Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Jai Jai Bolo Hanuman ki. Jai Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Jai Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Ram Lakshman Janki, Ram Lakshman Janki, Jai Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki. राम को भाई नाम अमर थे, पियो ही अमर पान की। राम को भाई नाम अमर थे, पियो सिया अमर पान की। जानकी है जगती माता, जानकी है जगती माता, ज्योति को दीवान की। जय जय बोलो हनुमान की, जय जय बोलो हनुमान की, जय बोलो हनुमान की, जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लखा भी गुण सारे, बेत दिया सुख आन की। लक्ष्मण लखा भी गुण सारे, बेत दिया सुख आन की। वीर हनुमत हाथे दो शासन, वीर हनुमत दो दोषे शासन, अतुलित बल बलवान की। जय जय बोलो हनुमान की, जय जय बोलो हनुमान की। हनुमान की, जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय बोलो हनुमान की। जाकी महिमा के ऊपर है चारों युग परमान की। जाकी महिमा के ऊपर है चारों युग परमान की। उस परदाता सात चरण की, उस परदाता सात चरण की, राखो शरण में प्राण की। जय जय बोलो हनुमान की, जय जय बोलो हनुमान की। जय जय बोलो हनुमान की, जय जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी हो, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय जय बोलो हनुमान की। जय बोलो हनुमान की। ओ राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय जय बोलो हनुमान की। सो आपन तेज सम्हारो आपै, तीनों लोक हाकते कापै। Hanuman ji, you are blessed with the ability to control your powers. You are blessed with the ability to bless your devotees to control their powers. And friends, when we have to be, what we have to be very careful with is do not allow our ego to get the better of us. We cannot allow ourselves to lose control of ourselves. Always be aware of your reaction. We must always be aware of our emotions. We must always be aware the way we are speaking, the way we are thinking, the way we are conducting ourselves, because our reaction is very important. As it is said, they say sins are committed not in action, but sins are committed in reaction. So always be aware of the way you react to situations and the way we react to people. And in this way, then we'll be living this verse. And then the next line says, Tino loka hakate kapai, that the three worlds tremble with the power of your roar, O Hanumanji. What's the meaning of Hanumanji's roar? Hanumanji's roar means that, when he has to get the job done, like when he went into Lanka and he told Ma Sita, he went into Lanka, right? He told Ma Sita, he said, well, I am Hanuman, I am the servant of Bhagwan Sri Ram. Look, Sri Ram sent this ring for you. Prabhu Mudrika Meli Mukamahi Jaldi Langi Gaya Charajanahi. He gave Sita Devi the ring so that she will believe him. And then, Hanumanji wanted to create havoc in Lanka, So he said, Ma, मैं बहुत भूख लग गई, very soft and sweet. मैं बहुत भूख लग गई, Ma. I am hungry. Where can I get food? And the mother, hearing the child asking for food so innocently and so sweet. Oh, my baby, बहुत भूख लग गई. हाँ, जाओ. वहाँ अशोक वाटिका में बहुत फल है. But Hanuman, when you go into the Ashok Vatika, there are lots of trees bearing fruits. Go very quietly, okay? And don't make no noise. It have lots of demons here. Hanuman said, okay, Ma, I'm going to be very quiet. After all, when I jump from branch to branch, it's quite up, nobody will see me. You know, he made that deal with Ma Sita Devi. Lo and behold, when Hanumanji went into the Ashok Vatika, he started picking the fruits and seeing the demons and pelting them. And then when they reacted towards him, he pulled out the tree from the ground and started to beat them. He made sure, he announced his presence. He said, hey, how dare you, demons, keep my mother, my Ma Sita here in Lanka in this condition? I will stand up for the rights of my mother. I will stand up for the rights and protection of my mother. And I will do whatever it takes. Even though I promised her that I will not make havoc here in Lanka, I am promising each demon here that I will destroy every one of you, including rather your boss, Ravana. And friends, Hanumanji stood up. He roared. And it is said every, part of Lanka trembled. Every part of Lanka was vibrating and every part of Lanka rocked. Ravan wanted to know who was there and who was doing this. So when it is said, Tino loka hakate kapai, that the three worlds tremble, in this case, it was Lanka that was trembling in fear, because as the demon came one by one, he destroyed them, uprooted the trees, and he announced his presence. And then it is said that Ravana instructed the demons to bring Hanumanji inside. And the katha goes on that I will not go into much. But Hanumanji said, I want to see who this Ravan is. If you don't see the face of your enemy, you wouldn't know how to attack, You must know the face of your enemy. Jai Bhagwan. Not that you should have enemies. Not that we should have enemies. But if somebody, God forbid, if somebody is attacking us, we must know who that person is. So Hanumanji said, if I keep on beating up these demons here, I will not get to see Ravan, and I want to see him. So then he allowed himself to be tied up with the intention of seeing who Ravana was. And when he was tied by the demons, they shouting, Ravan ki jai, Ravan ki jai. We caught the monkey. Yeah, right. But for how long? The demons, my friends, the demons were the only one who saw Hanumanji as a monkey. The demons were the only one who saw him as a monkey. So they went and told Ravan, we caught the monkey, what should we do? He said, bring him here, let me deal with him. And when they took him into Lanka, my dear brothers and sisters, Hanumanji, with his hands tied, he put his hands together and he bowed his head. Tu kaun ho? Ravan shouted, who are you? And the language that Ravana used in the Ramayana? The language he used was, like you're talking to a real, I don't even want to say this, but for you to understand, it's like talking to somebody who has no class. Meaning that person is just living a low life and is really good for nothing. So you wouldn't, inverted commas, people who feel as though they are up there may not want to talk to the laboring person with, respect. So Ravana treated Hanuman like that. Tu, kaun hai? Tu means that you are the lowest, what you call, inverted commas, good for nothing monkey. Who are you? And you know what was what was Hanumanji's response? Ravan? In Hindi, the language itself is very complete, So if you use the word tu, it means that person is very subordinate. If you use the word tum, that person is equal to you. If you use the word aap, that person is respected or is a respected person in society. So if I says, aapka naam kya hai? What's your name? What you would say? Ashley? Or Gayatri? So, aapka naam kya hai? Which means I'm talking to Gayatri with respect because she is someone that deserves respect. If Gayatri and I, we are just friends, or like Pandit Veda and myself, we are friends, we say, tumhara naam kya hai? Tum kaise ho? You're talking to somebody equal. But the language itself says you're talking to somebody equal. And then you said, if I look at Gayatri and I says, "Tu kaun hai?" Which means I am looking down at Gayatri. Or I'm looking down at Pandit Veda. I'm looking down at you. So that is the language in which Ravana spoke. Now friends, everyone trembled in Lanka. And when Hanumanji was asked the question, "Tu kaun hai?" very politely and very respectedly, he said, "Maharaj, मैं रामदूत हूँ. I am the servant of Bhagwan Shri Ram. I am the servant of Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram Chandraji. Ravan, who would be the cause of your death? The cause of my death? The Prince of Ayodhya will be the cause of my death." And Ravan kept on shouting. And friends, this is when it happened, you know. This is when it happened that Ravana thought that this monkey came here to instigate, to instill fear into me. I will teach him a lesson. So he told the demons, "Let us kill him." So they were going to kill Hanuman. Immediately Vibhishan interjected and said, "Maharaj, he is only a messenger. He is a messenger. How can you kill a messenger, Ravan? Bhaiya, you have to listen to what the messenger is saying. If you want," Vibhishan said or suggested, "you can punish him in some way, but don't kill him. You don't kill a messenger." Ravan came up with the bright idea that the monkey, inverted commas, depends on his tail a lot. The tail of a monkey is the strength of a monkey. So if I really want to hurt this monkey, let me burn his tail. You all see where this slang came from? I want to burn his tail. So Ravana got all the what you call the demons to get all the cloth in Lanka, and they started tying the tail of Hanumanji, and they soaked it with some type of flammable substance, and they lit the tail of Hanuman Swami with fire, not knowing that even before when Hanumanji was a child, he was a baby, he was not maybe really a baby, but a toddler, and he was given the blessing that fire will not burn him. He got the blessing that weapons cannot hurt him. He got the blessing that nothing in this world could ever harm him. Ravan didn't know that. And just before he had gone to Lanka, he was reminded of these powers by Jambavan. And Hanumanji now, my friends, started jumping as if he was being hurt by the fire. But I tell you something, this is where the saying comes from. They say, "Who God bless." Remember this, finish it. Who God bless what? Who God bless, no man curse. And who God protects, no one can hurt. I promise you this tonight, my friends. On this very auspicious occasion of Hanuman Jayanti, I promise you this, that who God bless, no man, no one can hurt. Who God bless, no one can hurt. And Hanumanji, he, my friends, with his tail now on fire, he started running and trying to pretend that he was getting burned. But my friends, I want to let you know something. There might be many people in life who will want to set your life on fire. There might be many people who will want to set your mind ablaze, would want to ignite anger in you, would want to ignite negativity in you, might want to ignite negative thoughts and emotions. But remember, who are in control? Always remind yourself, who are in control of my thoughts? Who are in control of my emotions? You cannot light fire in my mind. You cannot create anger in my mind. Even though sometimes, we blame people and say, you make me angry, you make me upset, you did this to me, you did that to me. Friends, you're in control. Hanumanji, tail on fire. And the saying goes, when you try to set other people's life on fire, your life gets burnt. Always remember this. When we try to set other people's lives on fire, our lives eventually gets burnt. Ma Sita is in Ashok Vatika and she wondering, I wonder if my son got food. Because just before he left, she said, son, go very quietly and eat. So she, the mother now, worried if he is eating. And he well taken long, he probably eaten plenty. And this time, Hanumanji making rukshan in Lanka, my friends, with Ravan. And so, as his tail was lit on fire, it is said, it is as if Sri Ram himself was protecting him. He said, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram, boliye Pavan Putra Hanuman ki. That's the kind of power Hanumanji had, boy. Come on. Boliye Pavan Putra Hanuman ki, Siyavara Ramachandra ki. बोलिए पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियावर रामचंद्र की. Hanumanji, my friends, it was like he was hearing the Devatas blessing him as they blessed him when he was younger. बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो तो सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे निकलेगा. बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो तो सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे निकलेगा. बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो तो सिया राम. उसकी शोभा है विष्णु में, उसकी शोभा है मोहन सी. उसकी शोभा है विष्णु में, उसकी शोभा है मोहन सी. तुलसी ने जब शीश झुकाया, धनुष बनी कान्हा की वंश. राम की माया राम ही जाने, कर कर में श्री राम. बोले हनुमान बोलो तो सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे निकलेगा. बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो तो सिया राम. लिपट लिपट के राम चरण में, आंखों में गंगा जल भर ले. लिपट लिपट के राम चरण में, आंखों में गंगा जल भर ले. श्री राम तो क्षमाशील है, पापों को स्वीकार तो कर. श्री राम के चरण कमल से जब पुती राम. बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो तो सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे. बोल बोल तू राम रमैया, जीवन फिर ना मिलेगा भैया. बोल बोल तू राम रमैया, जीवन फिर ना मिलेगा भैया. दुनिया तो ब्रह्म चाल है मूरख, राम ही पार लगाए नहीं, राघव के चरणों में ही तो पाएगा विश्राम। बोले
हनुमान बोलो भद्र सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े नाम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भद्र सिया राम।
बोलिए पवन पुत्र हनुमान की, सियावर रामचंद्र की। Hanuman ji went through the entire city of Lanka and burnt it, my friends. He burnt it without the steel ever being scorched, by the grace and blessing of Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram. So when it is said, Teen lok mein, rather teen lok haakte kaape, the worlds tremble. Why? Because when a devotee of God is protected by God, evil must tremble, the negative must tremble. Ravana, my friends, had no control over Hanuman Swami. बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भद्र सिया राम,
श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े नाम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भद्र सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े नाम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भद्र सिया राम, बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भद्र सिया राम,
बोले
बोले हनुमान बोलो भद्र सिया राम।
पवन पुत्र हनुमान की. In this way, friends, Hanuman ji created havoc in Lanka. And you know, after he out the fire, etc., after burning down the city of Lanka, he went back my Ma Sita. I said, Ma, you okay? Ha, beta, everything is okay. You okay? Belly full? Ha, belly full. So now, I am going back to Sri Ram, and I'm going to tell Sri Ram that I found you, and I'm going to give him the happy news. I could take you with me right now. I could lift you up, Ma, and take you with me. But this was not the instructions given to me by Sri Ram. He told me to find you, just to find you, and he will come himself and he will get you, because his intention is not only to find you, Ma, but to destroy the evil that is called Ravan. My friends, in this way, when he said this to Ma Sita Devi, she blessed him and said, son, you go, and may you be blessed with all the powers. And again she blessed him, and it is said, when your parents bless you, everything falls into place. When your parents bless you, everything falls into place. Even though Ma Sita was not the biological mother of Hanuman Swami, she was the spiritual mother. She was the Shakti of this universe. But in this case, it was like she acting as a biological mother, saying, son, I accept you as my son. I bless you. May you accomplish anything you set out to accomplish. And friends, that's why we must always get the blessing of our parents in whatever we do. So we have our biological parents, and have people we consider as parents. We have Desha Mata, Desha Pita, the mother and father of the country. You all know? Desha Pita and Desha Mata. You know, every place have a god and a goddess. It had Vishwa Pita, Vishwa Mata. Vishwa Pita Mata means the mother and father of the universe. Anyway, that's a katha for another time. But the point is, Ma Sita Devi blessed him, and he was now ready to go back to Sri Ram with the happy news that he had found Ma Sita Devi. Friends, I can go on, but it will take time. But what I want everyone to remember tonight, just like you choose, just like we, Sab Sukh Lahai Tumhari Sarana. Thank you, Bhaiya, for choosing this beautiful verse. Sab Sukh Lahai Tumhari Sarana, Tum Rakshak Kahu Kodarana. Our happiness is dependent on ourselves. And Sab Sukh Lahai, you dress your body beautifully, decently. You dress your mind beautifully. You dress your intellect beautifully. You dress your life and cover yourself properly without any negative reaction. Brothers and sisters, we choose, and we have to live with what we choose. We are given the assurance that the Lord is there to protect us. We have to Tumarakshaka Huko Dharana. When you are in our lives, Lord Hanuman, we are protected, and there is no doubt. Because Apanateja Samharu Ape, just like you control your powers, we ask you to bless us that we can control our powers as well. And Tino Lokahakate Kape, just like the three worlds tremble with fear when you roar, O Hanuman Swami. When we perform our duties in this world, the world must rock with positive vibration. In this way, my dear brothers and sisters, Hanumanji manifested upon this earth for the purpose of service of Sri Ram. And one day, I want to conclude with this. One day, devotees were praising Hanuman Swami and saying that, oh, Hanuman Baba is so great and this and that about his greatness, And then one person asked, what makes Hanumanji great? What makes him great? And then Ma Anjani Devi, she hugged her son and she said, what really makes my son great is not all the blessings that he got. What makes my son great is the service that he do. The service that he does is what makes him really great. My dear brothers and sisters, this is why service, selfless service, will make anyone great in this world. With God in our lives, Aapana Teja Samharu Aapai, with the ability to control our powers and to be able to control our blessings, with humility, do service. Do whatever you can, my friends, to the best of your ability, because this is what makes Hanumanji great in life. Anyone who serves, and anyone who serves with good intention and selflessly, that person becomes great in life. And tonight, Veda, I want to ask God to bless you, to bless your siblings, to bless your sister, your brothers, your brother-in-law, your nephew, and to bless your mom, and most importantly, your beloved dad, wherever his soul is, and wherever he is, that the grace and the mercy of Hanuman Swami will forever be with him. To bring, we know his soul is eternal and everlasting, and on the 17th of this month will make it 2 years. His physical body fell, but the soul lives on. And wherever that soul is, my friends, the grace of God would always be with him. Every time you remember him, every time you offer a prayer for him, every time you say a mantra for him, every time you say, Daddy, I love you, that prayer, that blessing, that mantra reaches the soul wherever he is. Brothers and sisters, in this way, our scripture tells that Hanumanji also remained on this earth and will always be on this earth. Many prominent people always have the Hanumanji with them, One of the presidents, the former presidents of the United States of America, he always had Hanumanji with him. And when someone asked him, where did you get the strength to fight to win this election? He took out his Hanumanji from his pocket and showed. Friends, tonight, I want to give every one of you present here tonight, Sri Hanumanji. I want to give you his blessing. I want to give you his grace and his mercy. And I want all of us to bask in his protection and blessing. And you know what? Tonight, I want to offer a special prayer for our country. I want to offer a special prayer for the protection of our devotees and our friends and our families and our loved ones who are going through so much of torture by criminal elements and negative elements. And we pray tonight that may Hanumanji give us the strength. And I want to offer a special prayer for Mark tonight. Special welcome to Mark and his beautiful, I hope, Dharma Patni. And I want to pray for our country, my friends. And I want every one of you to silently offer a prayer for our country, our nation, the world. As we think of Hanumanji, we pray that, Lord, you are the embodiment of strength. You are the embodiment of courage. You are the embodiment of wisdom. You are the source of our strength, and you are the source of blessing in our lives. Tonight we touch your feet, O Hanuman Baba. We surrender to you. We surrender our everything to you. We surrender our country to you. Please protect us. May you please protect the world and the many families who are going through torture, and the many families that are going through negativities, and the many families that have been affected by crime and evil, please extend your comforting hands tonight, your hands of healing and blessing. May such people be healed physically, and be healed mentally, and be healed emotionally, and be healed spiritually, O Hanuman Baba. You remain on this earth on the instructions of Sri Ram, so that you can protect your children. Those who believe in you and those who do not believe in you, may you protect, Lord. We know that you will come by some name and some form to protect your children. Some believe in you by many different names tonight as our country fast for your Janamashtami and for your Jayanti, Hanuman. Our Christian brothers and sisters are also fasting. Our Muslim brothers and sisters are fasting. Our country is praying and the world is praying for your grace and your mercy through different names and through different forms. Tonight, there's no one else we can depend on, and there is no one else we can turn to. But today, your birthday, your Jayanti is a reminder to us that you are here for us and you will always be here for us. And just one blessing we want to ask of you, Lord. Please bless us that we will never forget you. For the temptations of this world is so strong that we get caught up in the temptations and we can even forget you, Lord. Please, may you never leave our thoughts. May you never leave our hearts. May you never leave our lives. लाल देह लालील से अरुधरी लाल लंगो वज्र देह दानव दलम जय 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 कपीशो प्रणवो पवन कुमार कलबन पावक ज्ञान गण जासु हृदय आगार बसहि राम शर चाप धर अतुलित बलरामम हेम शैलाबदेहम धनुजवन कृशानुम ज्ञानिनामाग्रगण्यम सकल गुण निधानम वानरानामधीशम रघुपति प्रिय भक्तम वात जातम नमामि. In our final prayer tonight, let's chant Om Namo Hanumate Namaha, 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 Namaha Om Namo Hanumate 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 Namaha together Om Namo Hanumate Namaha Om Namo Hanumate Namaha Om Namo Hanumate Namaha With this I conclude tonight, and we pray that may the blessings of the Lord be upon us all. At this time I hand over to Pandit Veda for his final remarks and blessing.
प्रभु श्री रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सूत्र हनुमान की जय। व्यास गुरुजी पंडित Habiranand Prasad Sharma. I am speechless after a dedicated message like that on a very powerful night like tonight and today, as we celebrate the Janmadin, the birth of our Prabhu Shri Hanumanji, the embodiment of strength, humility, and power. A simple word, power. As we look upon him and his life in the golden pages of Ramcharitmanas, Panditji tonight has extracted a speck of dust upon the Leela of Hanumanji. And tonight, I'm sure we all got a lesson in how to wash our clothes. I know those of you who came in later on may not know what that means. Or to wash and clean the mirror of the mind, to make our senses and our actions implored to become brave and to become supreme, and the intellect with the power of knowledge to hold and bestow power within ourselves and share that. As Panditji so rightfully said, when we are born in this world, we are all born with our strengths, with our siddhis, with our own superpowers. And the only way that our powers tend to expand is when we share that power. And we share in the power that we are as individuals, as divine beings, from whichever background we belong, from whichever religion we belong. We have a same commonality of the beauty of power of our Lord in faith, and the faith in which we place in ourselves, in the manner in which we speak, the manner in which we interact with one another, with our families, our neighbors, our peers, our enemies, or so-called enemies. On days like today, it leaves me humbled to be able to experience the bliss on an occasion like this. And also bittersweet, as we also, as a family, just about 2 years ago, approximately, lost the head of our home. And it was during this same time of Navratam, during the same time of Ramadan and Lent, in which his soul departed. And on the 21st of April, the day of his funeral, when we disposed of the physical body, it was none other than on Ram Navami, the manifestation of Prabhu Shri Ram. And for those of you who know the late Hari Prasad, you would know that he greeted everyone with that name. Everywhere that he traversed in this world, in Trinidad and outside of Trinidad, greeted both Hindus and non-Hindus with Jai Sri Ram, explained to them who he was, and encouraged them to say it too. And on an occasion like this, I will ask them to cue up the video as I continue with this speech. There will be some images our family has shared through the life of this beautiful soul. And as you look on and you listen to me, those of you who shared an individual touch and were able to share a moment with him in some way or the other while his physical body was here with us, tonight, as we celebrate Hanuman Jayanti, we also celebrate his life and what he left for us. As his offsprings, he has given us what we call a jumping springboard that he built for us to leap and to take spirituality into the future and the future technologies of this world. I mean that because there are several persons who are joining us online via our Facebook page at the Ramjitan Basu Prasad Hindu Temple, and also joining us on YouTube and on Pandit's page, G1 Tattva, Pandit Habiranand. And it's able to reach thousands of persons from one place. And as the images, well, I can't see the screen. Is it showing? Yes, you would see that there are very humble moments that this individual lived through his life. And you would see that most of the pictures gathered here, we had to choose some. But 99% of those pictures, you would see he is embraced by his family. And he took care of his own. And that is one thing that I learned from him, standing by his side as his son, was to see the type of life that he lived. I wish, however long again I have on this earth, that I could be 1% of what he was. And if I can do that 1%, this entire world will become pure and enriched with happiness, because that was what he exuded. I know some of the workers are watching me and they say that's not true. But the thing is, a man of this character and leading a business and an institution like he built from the ground up required him to be strong from having nothing, and required him to be strong for his family, coming from dust to see what we have before us today. And I am none other than representing my brother Vivek, Varun, Valini, my brother-in-law Abhishek, my mom Prabha, and my nephew, as we share tonight with each and every one of you publicly what he meant to us. Amatri deho baba, acharya deho baba, apiti deho baba. Our scriptural knowledge, principles, and foundations in Hinduism, in Vedantic philosophy, teaches us that when we are born, we revere our mother as God first. Secondly, we revere our father as God. Third, we revere the guru, the one who teaches us scriptural knowledge, as God. And the ones we welcome into our home and into our lives, we see them as God. And with those words, it leaves me filled and overflowing with love for him, even though he's not here. And from the time he departed this world, I feel as though he's always here and he's always near with us. Challenges present itself in one's life in different ways and manifests in different ways. And no one knows really what goes on in the mind of an individual. And you could be sitting right next to them. You could be driving next to them in the bus, in the car, in your home. You could be lying at bed at night and sleeping next to someone and not knowing what is in the mind of this individual. But such is the strength of our scripture. And Guruji perfectly put in summary this evening, we cleanse the mirror of our mind, keeping our mind clean and eradicating negative thoughts and dealing with life in a positive way. Even when the odds are stacked up against us, it is our faith that keeps us breathing. And sometimes when we personally lose faith, those who stand next to us to support us, to push us, to inspire us, to cry with us, to laugh with us, these are the ones who make us who we are. And I encourage you tonight, as you go back to your homes, the power of family means everything. The power of love through extended family also means everything. And I share this evening with those of you who join us in the mandir, my brother Mark, Anna, who has joined us tonight, Brother Gifford, Sheldon, and those who I could partially see from up here. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to experience and to share a night like this, where the energies are synergized with purification, and it is synergized with giving us life force. Use your life when you have it in this human body to do good in a positive way and help in a positive way where you can. We are only here for a short time. So take a simple message from a simple person. Love and love all. Win, win all. Lose, lose all. But always have faith. So, again, I am now tasked with the duties of moving a vote of thanks. And for an event like this, first of all, I thank you, Guruji, for accepting the invitation to officiate this evening and to share in such a blissful way the scriptures of our Sri Ram and our Hanumanji on a night like tonight. For those of you who would have contributed in either way to this event, those who had came out from early this morning and cooking the food and preparation, yes, all the food was made here. And spearheaded by Bobby, our chief coordinator at the pots today, and his entire team did a fantastic job. And those also who would have been supporting and supportive of this mandir through not only today, but all the days and years gone by. I have a list with me that I would like to take a short recognition, and these persons would have contributed to our recently held Mahashivratri celebrations just on February 18th. Such a beautiful night that we shared, all-night vigil in chanting, and coming back to the efforts of my dad and his vision of building that 40-foot Lord Shiva outside there. These are the persons who would have performed and contributed and made that event such a special time. And it meant so much to us, and to me in particular, that I did not want a night to pass where we did not publicly recognize these ambassadors. And some of them are not here, but these are young people, very, very young people, musicians, singers, violinists, drummers. We were also joined by the Wasafali African drummers who drummed together with us on that night at the Dance of Shiva in a fusion of drumming. It was definitely one to behold. And I think tonight we have, I'll start off with the Wasafoli. We have Javon Douglas, who is here. On behalf of the Wasafoli, yes, please come. And come to the center here, and we'll distribute the tokens of appreciation on behalf of the Mandir. And again, thank you very much for your contributions towards our event and towards the upliftment of spirituality in our land. Thank you. Next. Classical singer Bhaiya Ravi Jagrup. I know he was here earlier. He also joined with us together with Nival Chetlal in a fusion of synchronous chanting. Ravi was very vocal. If those of you know him, he was singing earlier the Hanuman Chalisa chanting. And again, he has been with us since inception at this mandir in 2013. And he continues to be there and supportive through the efforts each and every time that we are here. May God continue to bless you each and every aspect. This boy has some pipes. Those of you who know. Next one. We also have none other my brother Stefan Hussein from Atlas Rolling Doors, who also contributed to tonight's event and also in several events gone by. So we have a token of appreciation to you and your family, your mom who is here, your wife is also here joining us tonight. And again, thank you so much for all that you continue to do in your very humble way. Next. Also, beautiful singer Akshay Kandu. And our master of ceremonies, I would cue him up in the meantime. I know he's coming from the back, Mr. Farouk Baksh, also known as DJ Mamu, who is here. We also would like to thank you so much, Akshay, for your contributions each and every time, again and again. We have also our local dance group who would have been in performance earlier this evening. You would have seen them here. Rishi Singh and Danraj Singh from the dance group that has been gracing us with their presence and their melodies for the better part of how long? 10 years? 2015. So Nitya Sangam Dance Company. And he's reminding me it's the Hari Prasad and Sons Nitya Dance Company. Again, thank you all very much. You represented us well, this Trinidad and Tobago. And those of you who follow NCIC Diwali Nagar, they are 3 times consecutive first place dance competition in Trinidad and Tobago. And the 4th year, when they went to register, they told them they can't go anymore. They need to give somebody else a chance. Just kidding. But now they have now grown into different capacities. And they are now, the dance class is held here, and they're teaching the youths about Indian classical dance. So if you're interested, you could contact them. So those who could not make it, I know my brother also, Mr. Rakesh Rahim, also contributes every single event that we have here. You know, you see this plants and this stage and the lights that you see before you at every event. He does it, and he does it with an open heart, and he gives endlessly and effortlessly. So where you are, to you and your wife, may you continue to be blessed. Kavish Maharaj and Kavish the band, who also graced us that night with their melodies. Mr. Sachin Budram on the violin, Anup Ramsundar on the tabla, Amarnath Maharaj, Abhijit Ankatesu, Bhaiya Gyan Ram Logan, Nicholas Dindyal, Nirmala Devi Singh, who also contributes to us all the time in every and any manner that she can. Stefan Mahabal, who supported us with the screens, Krishna Sounds, Navin Bastio. Right, so, and we left these last 2 boys, young members. Just in 2014, they were young boys, young boys. Just about starting to learn to play dholak, learning vocals, right here. And they are now, I can't say they're little boys anymore, but these 2 brothers, Vishal Surajdev and Rohan Surajdev, they are both, I would say, classical musical ambassadors. They are so young, started from a young age, and we are proud to have them here each and every time and to see them grow and continuously grow each and every day. One of the means by which a mandir runs, you know, and it takes time, it takes effort, it takes dedication, it takes devotion. And one of these members, you know, she lives right next door. We call her Auntie Nadi. And she is here for every single puja, every single prayer, every single function. She's the first person here in the morning, and most times the last person. She reminds me of Shabari Baba. Shabari, who prepared for Shriram, picking the herbs, the berries, sweeping the pathway in anticipation of receiving the Lord. As her Guruji told her, the Lord will grace your home. And every day she does it, and she does it without hesitation. And I call you in recognition, as I also look to you as a mother in your capacity, Nadia Mahaber. I know she will be so angry with me for doing this, but I'm not even sure. I'm sure she's in the back preparing and doing something. So she's hiding. See? Just as anticipated. So this is where I close off, and I give thanks to each and every one of you for joining us tonight and being part of our program. And I'm just reminded that I missed someone, and I think maybe I missed this person, not with intention, but likewise, Auntie Nadi, I said, you know, she comes and she prepares and she helps us. But there's also one family who has been with this mandir from inception. And every time we have a function here that is listed, and we, in our WhatsApp chat, and we post on our Facebook page, the first phone call I get is from Uncle Sam. What do you need? What do you want help with? He was here since 7 o'clock this morning, helping doing every single thing. And I think he left here like 5 o'clock. And he does that every single time from Sam's landscaping. And he also does landscaping for us here and other venues. So I'm going to ask him to come forward, or a member from his family, to receive it on behalf of the mandir, on behalf of the family. Oh, he's right here. And now that they also, I see that they went and they found Auntie Nadi. You could lift her up and bring her. Yes. Thank you very much, Sam. So this is the world famous Auntie Nadi. Now we have a nickname for her, right? But I can't call it publicly because she wouldn't be too happy with that. And last but not least, the mother of our home, my mom, right now she's not in Trinidad. She's with my brother my other brother, Varun in Canada, joining us online, live on a live feed. From where you are, Mommy, we love you very much, and we are sending out our positive vibrations and positive energies towards you. We are very grateful for the strength and the courage that you have given to us. For you stood by my dad for all these years and gave him the strength to fight. And now that he is no more, you continue to stand with each and every one of us to help us to continue on our journey, our spiritual journey, our physical journey, and to battle, to give us the weapons that we need to fight our daily fight. And that is the blessing of a mother. I think if I continue to talk about my mom, I'll probably be here for a long time. But she cannot go without recognition. And to all the mothers who supply energy and faith to the backbone of the families in which they belong and the supporting families to which they support. We support the female aspect. Just about the 9 days we were offering prayers to the Devi, the different forms of the Devi, the different forms of Mother Durga. And the fasting and all the pujas and stuff that is offered, all in the name of the Divine Mother. That Shakti that gives us energy to do what we do. So I leave you this evening asking you, as we do the closing arti, please stay back with us and join in dinner, as dinner has been prepared for all. We have feeding to my left and to the far back left, 2 sections. So hopefully we'll be able to feed everyone in a quick time. Make sure and have the prasad. I had something to do with the route, all 500 and something route. So please get home to your respective home safely. Travel safely on this road, on the roads of our nation, as we continue to pray for world peace and protection of our land, our leaders, and the future in our children. Jai Sri Ram.
Prem se bole Dhyapati Ramachandra ki jai. Thank you very much, Veera, for expressing love and appreciation to those who would have contributed tremendously in so many different ways. Thank you. We love you very much, and God bless you and your beautiful family. Let's all stand for Aarti. आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। जाके बल से गिरिवर कापे, रोग दोष जाके निकट न जाके। अंजनी पुत्र महा बलदाई, संतन के प्रभु सदा सहाई। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। लंका जारी असुर संहारे, लंका कुपोत समुद्र सिकाई। जात पवन सुत बार न लाई। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दल नर गुनात कला की। असुर संहारे, सिया राम जी के काज सवारे। लक्ष्मण मूर्छित परे सकारे लाय संजीवन प्राण उबारे आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की पताल तोरी चमकारे अहि रावण की भुजा उखारे भाई भुजा असुर दल मारे दाहिनी भुजा संत जन तारे आरती की जय हनुमान लला की की हमारी कबरिया हो बजरंग बली कबलों की हमारी कबरिया हो बजरंग बली हो बोलो कबलों की हमारी कबरिया हो बजरंग बली एक पल पीछा न छोरे एक पल पीछा न छोरे पीछा न छोरे रामा पीछा न छोरे पग पग पाप की गतरिया हो पग पग पाप की गतरिया हो बजरंग बली हो बोलो बोलो कि हमारी कबरिया हो बजरंग बली की हमारी कबरिया हो बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली मंत्रहीनम क्रियाहीनम भक्तिहीनम जनार्दनम यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्त्वमे. We thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. We thank you for the precious gift of a most wonderful family that you have blessed us with. May you bless the Hari Prasad family. May you bless our individual families. May you bless our national family. May you bless the world as one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, for the world is one family. Hey Pavan Putra Hanuman, we thank you, Lord. May you always be in our hearts, our homes, and our lives. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu cha Saka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. We observe one moment of silence in tribute to the father of this home. प्रेम से बोले वृंदावन विहारी लाल की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, अयोध्यापति रामचंद्र की जय। एवरीवन टुगेदर प्रेम से बोलिए सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय जय सीताराम। Please have your seats, and friends, as you receive your Mahaprasadam, please do partake and have a safe journey back to your homes. Please observe your surroundings when you are going to your homes. Please be careful when you're opening your gates. Please look around before and be very cautious while entering and leaving your homes. God bless you. Om Shanti.
बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम। उसकी शोभा है विष्णु में, उसकी शोभा है मोहन सी। उसकी शोभा है विष्णु में, उसकी शोभा है मोहन सी। तुलसी ने जब शीश झुकाया, धनस बनी कान्हा की बंसी। राम ही मैया राम की जाने घर घर में श्री राम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम।
So also just a housekeeping announcement. So meals are also provided to the front left, so you all could come to this side as well. Those of you who have your offerings and wish to make your offerings in the mandir, you can do so right behind me.